thing for you, you know. But when somebody makes you say it, then, and it's true, then it just makes it more beautiful of a thing.
Do you want to go for the more beautiful than saying?
Who are you?
So we're going. Alright, here we go. First, good morning. I was here before you started stream, always with you. You and my Wi-Fi both, I guess. Oh, David and Money Lisa. Those green names look sexy.
Or how many times have you taken it, you know, and kind of...
Alright, well, I have to jump straight into things because my internet was having like some... Like, as soon as I got up, like 40 minutes, 50 minutes ago, my internet was having like huge issues, which is weird because there's not even a storm or anything outside. So I went and reset it, and then it was like, oh hey, we're on. So I guess all it needed was a little reset. Still though, really weird. But today, regardless, blah blah blah, we have the previous day high, previous day open, previous day low, previous day closes right here, but I'm gonna just leave that. Actually, I think I was gonna use the weekly levels today. I wanted to try that out. I saw that you got soft hands, brother video you've seen. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm gonna just go ahead and start because I'm already super late, so I don't want to piss y'all off. I know how y'all can get when y'all are angry. Pretty much though, we need to be looking past the 415.20 area. We need to be looking past that, but that really doesn't even cover everything. You still have pre-market high in the way at 415.60. So essentially, we just need to wait till 416.50, 417.30. Above 416.50 to 417.30s for bulls. Watch for a potential pullback towards as long as it holds below 411.50s. Target I'm gonna have to say this level first. Pretty much 410, 410, 408, 90, 407.50, and 406. On the bigger time frames, and I'm pretty sure you guys are all well aware of this, we have already seen a potential breakout. We've already seen a good push. We've seen a good retest, which is beautiful, by the way. And now we've seen another push. There are two things that can happen from here, besides, of course, just sitting in between here. Two things that can happen. We either push through this resistance and continue onwards, which we have a little bit of base here now with that retest, so it doesn't have to even come down and retest this first. It can just keep going up to 430 if it wants to. So that's one scenario. Two scenario is, besides consolidating, two scenario is we pull back and we don't hold 411s, and then we see a retest of the 406 to 412 range, which we finally got back out of again. So we were stuck inside of it, rejected it, got up in it, gapped up over it, rejected the next area, pulled back down inside that range, finally getting out of it again. So it's pretty much as long as we can hold this range, we should continue higher, is how I'm looking at things. 406 to 412. Let me just type that again. As long as 406 to 412 holds on the daily, we should remain bullish. So let's move on. Let's go to a couple other tickers and see what else we can find to possibly put on the list. Someone said somebody fat finger. Oh my gosh. Leland said somebody fat fingered sell button on Google. Instantly check the chart and there's just a huge drop off. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Money Lisa. Yeah, for real, the green names are sexy. Not gonna lie. If you guys have joined the YouTube, let me know if y'all have seen some of the videos. There's already 5 videos live on there, or public on there, for members only. There's a couple update messages as well, so make sure y'all check that out if you've already checked it out or whatever. But back up to the normal charts, Google's falling off a cliff, which I'm sure that's gonna help. Oh, it didn't hurt Meta that much, and it's not really hurting Netflix, so Google's definitely... The reason I check Meta and Netflix is because that's the same sector, but they're not even affected by that. Let's see how the XLC chart's doing. Eee, they're falling. They're not liking that. But one thing I like about Apple, though, right here is a very tight range. Microsoft doesn't really have that. Tesla kind of has that. I like that a lot on Tesla. Meta kind of has that. AMD's alright. Nvidia's alright. Netflix is eh. So there's a few here that I have a lot of really good potential here. Just based, again, off of the tight ranges they have this morning. Alright, so let's cheat. So previous day high is about here. They need to potentially break both of these areas. Previous day closes here, so you could say short-term callouts above 154.60s, but overall you probably just want to wait for that. And that's kind of the same case for SPY. If you go back over to SPY, they're kind of just under their better breakout levels, which is like way up here. So in the same scenario, this is literally just like Apple, and Apple's just like SPY. You know, it's a little bit too far from its break above levels, but that's good. You don't want it to be super close, because then it breaks out and you're too hesitant to enter, and then it just keeps going. So let's see. Can we mark anything? Previous day. Oh. Previous day open. Hold up. My OHLC setting is off. There we go. That's better. Pre-market low. So kind of, this is kind of our initiating range for Apple. Above 155.20s to 155.50 for bulls towards 156.70. I'm just gonna say 65 to be safe, and 157.85. Below 153.10 to 153.50 for bears towards like the Tesla pre-market range. The Google AI gave the wrong answer apparently. Good morning, Sandollar. Good morning. I was up late looking through that PDF you posted. Very helpful. I'm excited to use the 40 to 80% entries. Awesome, Sabrina. I'm glad you like that. We could have been superstars. Ahoy, Minnie. Did you change your profile pic, Minnie? Towards 152.50 slash 152 slash 151.25. Not gonna lie, Amazon looks like it wants to launch. Not gonna lie. Let's go back down to the 1 day 5 minutes. I'll have to keep zooming in. Previous day high at 102.40s. That sucks. They're about to break that. Pretty much as long as they hold this level and the pre-market low, they should be bullish. They got the 103 in the way, the 102.40, so we could definitely watch past that. Watch above 102.40s and 103 for bulls. Below 101 for potential pullback towards 100.60. Tesla above. Is the music playing? Okay, it is. I was about to freak out. Yeah, Google is crashing. I was just looking at that, man. That's freaking wild. Above 198.25 to 199. For bulls towards 200, 202, 205. Actually, no, it's 204.50. Below. Alright, so we got previous day open right here. It's not really touching anything. These are pointless levels. Previous day low. Previous day close. Alright, so the level we need to look under on Tesla is honestly actually a little bit lower. I'd put it at the bottom of the open candle, like 195 really. 195s towards 193.30, 191.30, and 189.55. Period. Meta, we could definitely add Meta. Google's falling off a cliff. AMD, Nvidia. Nvidia's not bad. I like that they already pushed over their previous day high, previous day close. They pushed over it in extended hours, came down, tested, held it in the pre-market, and now they're really just looking for an open range breakout. So we could look at Nvidia for open range breakout. I'm just trying to type some small notes here. Netflix, AMD over 8670s / under 85. And then do we have any notes for Meta? Why's my chart cleaned up? Oh, I'm on the wrong chart. Oh, Meta's super clean too. Previous day high, previous day close. Which we could probably erase that because pre-market high is already higher than that. 190, 185. Yeah. Or under 190. /194 or under 190. Alright, I'm gonna raise this a little bit so I can actually see everything still. Alright, so there's our list. Let me, and these are the bottom part, Nvidia, AMD, Meta. These are more like short notes. I would never normally type them that short, but just for me to remember while we're streaming, so I can go back to them as much as I possibly can. Alright, list is posted to everybody. Oh, let me triple check that. Yeah, everybody has the list. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, cool. I think everything's set now. Damn, even with the late start, I'm still early on the market. Cool. 69 shares of Amazon. Nice. Sorry, I'm late, Professor. I'm 5'8". I stand on my money now. I'm 5'6". What is Orb? Orb is just a short term for open range breakout. Oh, Money Lisa already answered you. I'm so sorry. And yeah, like the video, guys. If you're in here, we have 186 people, 51 likes, so be sure to tune in. And I know I'm going to get a billion questions about this. I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase. If you are looking to join the YouTube, it's only $4.99 a month. But I have already posted 5 videos for people who tune in and join early. As well as we're going to be producing a SPY breakdown or SPY TA video every Wednesday and every Sunday starting next week. So if you are a part of that, you will get that. And we will be doing some fun polls as well here and there for any of the private members. So if you do want to join the channel, you have that option. There are extra videos that I've been making on the side. But this will not take away from the streams. I will still be streaming every day publicly for free. I will still be uploading every 3 days for free, which actually today there's a new upload going up at 2 o'clock. Normally I set it at 3, but I might as well set it early before the close today. So be sure to check that video out today. I'm pretty sure it's on NVIDIA. And then I'll have I have a huge list of tickers you guys have been giving me, so I've been going through that every time I make a new video. But yeah, that's the breakdown. Let me add this video to the YouTube chat and just pin it to the top, because we're gonna have plenty of people ask. But if anybody asks about Workshop 11, it will be shared now. Paste, send. Okay, cool. All right, so that's for the thing that's pinned to the chat is just Workshop 11. Most of you guys already have seen it. Just in case anybody new tunes in, send them to that link. It's just to Workshop 11. It's not even to the membership thing. You watched it twice last night? Damn. That's like 88 minutes or something. Like, that's over an hour and a half. Or just under an hour and a half. How was it, though, Another Ninja? Did you watch it twice because you didn't understand something, or you just wanted to be more thorough with the information that was on it? Bro, I'm serious. I take you serious. I take you serious. I like how some of you reacted to my message last night. All I put was LeBron. Wanted to be thorough, took notes and followed along in my TOS. Oh, good stuff, man. You took my advice. I wish more people would, because the first time you need to go through it on your own without really even doing anything. You just need to watch it, hear it, get the information in your head. And then the second and any time after that, you really need to go over it with your chart, so you get not just listening to it, but you get the thorough practice of doing it yourself as well. Google's still falling. Morning, Victor. Jack, it's already typed out right here, so you don't even have to do any of that. And if you want to as well, you can go back to the beginning of the stream, not screen, to the beginning of the stream. I always start with SPY on the bigger and smaller time frame. I break it down. I just kind of talk about what's above, what's below, what's possible, and then we cover how I get some of the levels. You talking about this, Another Ninja? You just go to settings, and then it's right here, my tools on each chart. Change it to that, and then click apply, and then click OK. And then you should get a cogwheel right here that you can kind of edit these things with. Okay, good, you got it. What's up, Anderson? I knew you were going to type about BAC. Where's my hug at? I'll give you a hug. Good morning, good morning. Yesterday rejected 61.8 fib on 3693 area. For continuation, we need to go below 3644. Okay, nice, Anderson. I like your plan. When charting previous day open, what time frame is it on? I mean, you can go to any time frame, technically. Look at this. So if you have that OHLC setting on, it's really easy. So one, click the candle, which yesterday's is literally just the middle of that, because the open and close are the exact same. So you add that. But if you can add that from the 5 minute, you can go over to the daily. Let's say I delete it, right? Remember 408.87. Remove the drawing. You can go to the daily technically. Go to the open. Should be able to click down there, and 408.87 pops up again. So it really doesn't matter what time frame you're on to add the previous day open. It's just easier to add on the 5 minute, because you can see it a lot easier. But you can add it on any time frame you want. King Cabina, are you messing with me? Come on, you know I use fibs. Yeah, that had to be their AI thing, intuition, I agree. I do it mainly for looking for halfway points when I'm on the bigger time frames charting to fill up certain ranges. Like, honestly, between here and here, we could do one. You could add a level at 413. Look, that's where pre-market low is right now. And the other case I use them is, let's say we break out, pretend price is consolidating in this range right here. Let's say price breaks out above 4, or let's say price is consolidating here on top of 411.50, and let's say it breaks that and it heads down to like 410, right? So price is consolidating, blah, 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 consolidating, and then it decides to break, and it goes straight to 410. What I like to do is I like to go from point of the breakout, so from 411.50 down to, let's say it slows down here at 410. Let's say it gets some sort of bounce. I like to grab that fib because I like to see what's the open range breakout pullback percentage. If I get a pullback down to here, to just to this portion here, the golden pocket or the halfway point, then I know it's just a short-term break, or a short-term retest, and we need to be looking for more shorts under the new low of the day, right? If not, if they keep continuing higher, then I know that if they break that, they're ruining the chance of a shorter-term retest, and they're either looking for a more mid-term, longer-term retest, which is a little bit more serious, which they could definitely, you know, do all this number. They could do that. They could continue following through. They could do all kinds of things. So I look for a retest or reversal based on that open range breakout fib. That's the only two ways I use fibs. There are a billion other ways to use fibs, but those are the only two ways I use them. And you have definitely seen me use them that way if you've been in any of my streams, because I almost always look for those open range breakouts, grab that fib, or I just go and I mark them from the halfway points. King Carnage, these are from the weekly time frame, so that's where all these come from. I wanted less levels, so I went to the weekly. But 417.30 is most likely a emerging candle, because I didn't get it from yesterday. I mean, yeah, there's a billion ways to use them, King Cabina. I was just letting you know the ways I use them. Good morning, everybody. We got over 220 people in here. Be sure to drop a like on the stream if you're enjoying some of the list and some of the process here. What do you look for as confluence in the indexes when you take a trade? Well, it depends. If you're trading like Apple or Microsoft, you should probably look at XLK for double confirmation. If you want to look at SPY, you 100% can. You're not always going to get a 100% signal, though. So it's better to look at their sector, in my opinion. So if you, let's say you see XLK breaking support of previous day low, mini, and you see Apple right at their previous day low. Well, that means the sector is selling off a little bit quicker or a little bit more than Apple by itself, right? So then you want to look for confluences like, all right, it's really just timing it. That's all it is. It's lining them up. You want them to be in the same spots, and if not, then one of them's leading or one of them is lagging. Please stay again. What is a new level from yesterday? I don't know what new level from yesterday. I didn't add any new levels from yesterday. I was just going over an example. Make sure you guys are catching the whole part of what I'm saying and then not just cutting in halfway and hearing half of it, not having context and it just being confusing. Just in case you guys are. What's up, Tobias? How you doing, boss? Any new Substacks for us? What's up, Friday? Good morning. Almost working on it right now. Awesome, man. Take your time. I'm not trying to rush you. I'm just excited, really. I like your readings. Drink water, everybody. Ooh, good idea. Morning, Vincent. Gulp. El Capitan. What's up, Spicy Pepper? Name looking sexy. I'm going to edit the little stars next to y'all's name. I just didn't have time to do it yet, but I can change the tier levels, which tiers are only like, let's say you've been here for like a month as a member, then it'll be like blue. and it'll turn like light blue if you've been here for 2 months. It keeps changing every few months. Meta's probably moving finally because Google's still selling. You guys got to remember, Netflix, Google, and Meta are all in the same sector. So if you see some red at the ends of their charts, it's most likely because of Google, if not on their own reason. Another fat finger? Yeah, who knows? Test. What's up, Balram? Baram. Alright, ladies and gents, I have to get my headset on so I can hear Devin. We have exactly a minute and 15 seconds till the market opens. What does an AI fat finger look like? We're going to be getting AI jokes all day. Busy day at work. I'm going to have a rewatch this video for your explanation on how you use fibs. Didn't catch it at all. Totally fine, Gary. I can always go over it again. Not that long of a topic. And there's really only 2 ways that I use them. But we can always cover it again. Yeah, lots of Fed members speaking today. Today is definitely a chill day. Good morning, Bueller. We're going to have a great day today. 100%, I agree. Good mindset. Morning, Paul.
Yo, good morning, everybody. Shout out for Josh's internet showing up today.
Chill days, and you guys should be trading light or trading less. Just because there's a lot of different things happening today. So you don't want to get caught in some random whipsaw.
Here we go.
You see the Google drop?
Oh, yeah, that's nasty.
Netflix and Meta are finally reacting to it as well. You might see Netflix and Meta just sell off right at open just because of Google. Especially if Google continues lower. Nvidia might already be going for that open range breakout early on, so keep that on watch, guys. Same for AMD. You're going to want to keep those two on watch. They are looking exceptionally bullish this morning. Tesla, we're still looking over the 199 area. Amazon's moving as well. They're already touching previous day high. Keep an eye over that as well as 103. 103 is the key level to the upside. Microsoft moving higher. Apple testing support below between their pre-market low and a bigger time frame level.
And NVIDIA trying to get that open range breakout like Josh just mentioned. Amazon and Tesla coming down. Google catching some buyers. NVIDIA already hitting 227. Very aggressive open on NVIDIA. Tesla wicking off its pre-market low. Microsoft wicking down. Meta catching a pre-market low.
Nvidia's on fire. I told y'all these looked exceptionally bullish today. We'll see how far they rally. Tesla's still in range. It's a very, very good range for them. Tesla and Amazon are reacting the same. That's a good sign. Apple, Microsoft are relatively the same. It's a good sign. Tech is the only green sector at open.
Chilling at that pre-market low. Amazon breaking pre-market low. Apple coming back up towards opening price. Not too much action on XOM. Berg B's just come down a little bit.
William, I just checked the Econoday website. That gets posted one time a week in my chat in the weekly watch list channel. They post that, the earnings calendar, as well as some different watches across the market, including SPY. But you can go to the website for free, econoday.com, ECONODAY.com. I had to think about that for a second.
Microsoft getting it going now, over 275. Helping Apple come up towards this pre-market high. NVIDIA's retesting this pre-market high area, see if it's going to hold there or break down. Could be a nice little setup.
Yes, divert. Google's still selling. Yeek. Netflix getting a decent reversal candle. As long as they hold 358s, they should be fine.
Catch on that pre-market low, coming up towards opening price. Microsoft pushing us higher. Tesla trying to hold that pre-market low, same with Amazon.
Microsoft is on fire. Watch for Tesla to get a good pop as long as 195s hold.
Apple's right at that pre-market high now.
AMD is outside of the 8670. Nvidia tapped outside of the 226s. Did not get the extra close over, so be careful on that. And Amazon broke the break below. We're just looking for it to exit this blue range now, which is kind of a combination between the yesterday's open and the pre-market low. So you're pretty much watching it to break the pre-market low right now.
Tesla at that yesterday high, pre-market high.
They dropped the ball on their AI, Carlos. Good job, Mel. Like I said, should be seeing pops on Tesla as long as 195s hold. Looking for a really nice close over 199, 198.25 range. If they can do that, that chart can really get going.
We're still trying at pre-market high area. XOM getting over yesterday high at pre-market high area. Tesla popping that yesterday high, pre-market high area. Just needs those levels Josh just mentioned. Nvidia coming back up, retesting its previous intraday high. Netflix getting pre-market high. So it looks like Nvidia is trying to give us that 80% entry off a pre-market high area. See if it's going to play out. Take out that previous intraday high. See if Tesla's going to keep it going.
That second candle on Tesla is the most volume of the morning. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, everybody. It does help out a lot.
Netflix getting over that pre-market high nicely, going towards yesterday's high. Nvidia giving you that new high day. XOM getting over pre-market high. Weak push on Nvidia on that new high day. We got about 40 seconds on our first 10-minute candle. Meta's got a nice indecision candle at pre-market low. Tesla's trying to look pretty bullish here, trying to finish over 198. Netflix is getting closer to that yesterday high, over yesterday close.
I like that SPY's still holding the pre-market low and today's open through the first 9, almost 10 minutes now. Very good start for SPY on the open. Apple needs to push 154.30s. Microsoft is just under 277.65, which is the next level. Amazon's still struggling at the open, but haven't broken anything significant yet. Still trying to hold on for pre-market low, which can be a good sign for Tesla if Amazon starts to get some buyers finally. Tesla breaking part of the needed range to move higher. Meta still struggling with the 190, 190.30 area, thanks to Google. AMD still off to the races. Nvidia still struggling to get over 226.40s. And Netflix recovered pretty well from the Google drop. Yes, he did say good morning, Money Lisa. That was the very first thing he said. I promise you, I wouldn't lie to you.
Recorded, you can go back.
Yeah, you can check the tapes.
Check the tapes. Alright, a little bit of slowing down on XOM here. Brick Beach just chilling at pre-market low.
That is a lot of volume on the Tesla second 5-minute candle. That is more volume than the entirety of yesterday on any of those 5-minute candles by themselves. That's more volume than any of them. Very, very impressive start. I really want to see if Tesla pulls back and can hold on to this previous day high, pre-market high area. Pretty close to 197.40. If this level can hold, this is super bullish. SPY needs to get over 414.40, which is the meat of not the yesterday's high, but that was a very strong resistance. They need to get over that 414.40 and the 415.20, which is the previous day close. And then they can head towards pre-market high and the upper resistance between 416.50 and 417.30s. If we see a rejection and a break under the pre-market low, as well as today's open, then we are going to see a pullback to 411.50. Pretty easy game plan, everybody. Took so many Nvidia, not feeling it yet. You're not feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Nvidia finally getting over 226.30s again. AMD still on fire. Google finally seeing a green candle after all this dipping they've experienced. That definitely hurt Meta a little bit. Netflix recovered pretty well from them. Tesla guys, after still holding 197.40s, are now pushing over 199s and flying. Now, can they push over 200? This is a psychological level. 1 cent away. Of course, they stop there. Push it.
Push it.
Push it.
199.99.
There it goes.
It's like it's on
200.
There's a level at 202 area next that if it pops, it's got a nice little push to like 208. Microsoft's still holding up well. Nvidia near high day. Seems it's going to push that.
Good job, Rambo.
Josh, have I ever told you about the kid I went to high school with that was named Rambo?
No, but that sounds scary.
I'll tell you later. It's a story. He's funny. He's a character.
Yo, good job, Fantastic John. He grabbed a quick Tesla Scout for 27%. Beautiful job, brother.
There
Glad
you
I could
go,
speak
boy.
that confidence into you.
Spot having trouble with that area that Josh mentioned as Tesla's trying to push over 200, almost hitting 201. Nice pop on Tesla. Meta's coming down. Nvidia's chilling out right near high day. Netflix right under yesterday high still.
Money, Lisa. 23% call from 2-minute double bottom spy 413 level. That's a huge break for Tesla. Managed to get a 20% scalp from that. Good job, Divert. That's my boy. Good job, Gorov.
Bill 150 just hit on Tesla with a nice little next pop. See if it's going to hit that 202.
Yeah, our levels are 200, 202, 204.50 for passive targets, which you guys are almost to the second main target.
Nvidia making that new high day, trying to get over 228. If it holds this, it could push to 230. It's got a little gap fill there on the daily. Netflix at that yesterday high, trying to pop it. That's a nice little play there as well. Tesla flying.
Good job, everybody. That was the only chart I stuck on for a few minutes for a reason. Great job if you took that with us. Beautiful, beautiful breakout on Tesla. I think my favorite part was that we saw this candle. Whoops. We saw this candle here. Let me try to zoom in. This candle here started red, but it ended up holding the 197.40, which is a combination of kind of the yesterday's highs, as well as the pre-market high. A very, very strong level. So the fact that it pushed that, held over it with the wick turned green, and held over 199, that's what gave me that confidence of like, all right, this is probably about to go. Breaks 200 and 202s in the same candle. No need to sit there. Great job to everybody. Beautiful, beautiful move. Google still weak. Meta still weak. XLC is the weak sector today. Tech still one of the main green sectors that have weight on SPY. Real estate and base really don't weigh a whole lot, and they're really not moving too much. Nvidia pushed over 226.40s and hit 228.40s. Great job if anybody took that. No play on Netflix. Amazon's still struggling, even with that Tesla jump. Microsoft slowing down almost 15 minutes in a row. Apple's struggling at the 154.30s. And good job, everybody in the chat. Looks like a lot of you guys are patting each other on the back, updating callouts. I love to see it.
I rejected again. Not looking good on SPY. It looks like Apple rejected its pre-market high. Amazon still being super slow at pre-market low. XOM not really getting it up. So we got some things pushing up, some things not really moving. Google trying to come down.
Good job, Jay. Good job, Mel. Good job, Ninja. Good job, Mike. Good job, Money Lisa. Good job, Rambo. Everybody's kicking ass today. That's what I like to see. SPY struggling with 414.40s. Pulling back down with lowering volume.
Netflix has not been able to get over that yesterday high yet. Nvidia pulling back towards pre-market high.
Good call out, King Carnage. Good job, Moon. Good job, Pamela. Hard pullback on Nvidia. Good call out, good call out. Google and Meta still weak. Nothing new there. Amazon, I hate to say it, even with Tesla killing it, Amazon looks really good for downside. The fact they've pushed through 101s and one just like that, and now they're kind of doing a little H formation to go down further. It looks really good to try and break 150s without seeing it yet. 100.50s. I mean, that's essentially a bear flag at open from Amazon. King Carnage, even if you don't wait for the candle close, it's good to time your candles. You wouldn't enter a candle in the first minute of it, right? You'd want to wait till the end of it. Regurgitating the first 10 minutes on SPY, it's a fair way to put that.
Microsoft flirting with that pre-market high. Apple flirting with pre-market low. Microsoft losing that pre-market high. Apple's trying to lose that pre-market low. Amazon moving lower. Josh just set that up. Tesla pulling back, helping Amazon break lower. Google moving lower with Meta. Netflix still can't get that yesterday high. Spy still has lower volume coming to that pre-market low though. So no huge confirmation on that. Not too much volume on Apple as well. Got 5 minutes left to our first 30-minute candle on the market. SPY still trying to hold pre-market low. What's helping SPY out the most? Looks like Brick B's getting a little bit of buyers. Tesla holding up. Apple's bad on a pre-market low.
Damn, Meta taking a nasty drop.
Netflix is holding up really well considering how Meta and Google are moving.
Yeah, I was gonna say the fact they're still green in general is insane. You got Google down 6.5%, Meta down 2.5%, just about.
It wasn't for that.
AMD is
Netflix.
breaking a strong support. Nvidia is trying to break the 9 EMA. Under that 9 EMA, you could see a test of today's open on Nvidia. I'll let y'all know the next play I like. Still watching Tesla, because if we see that, I mean, that is an insane amount of volume. That we have 3 candlesticks in a row be higher than every 5-minute candle from yesterday. So there's a lot of buyer volume on Tesla. So basically, as long as this holds 198.25, 199, 197, pretty much this entire area, as long as it holds this, it should continue higher. You should see 205 on Tesla today as long as this area holds, even with a down market. Baba's back to 103s. Damn, that would have been a good short.
Got 2 minutes start, next set of candles.
I really like how SPY is still holding as well. Got a higher low in above today's open. And you're above the 9 EMA again. If we get a launch above 414.40s, you're going to see a really nice jump up to 415s.
Amazon catches some buyers. This starts picking up, that could help out Tesla and push it higher like Josh was talking about. Netflix is getting over that yesterday high now. So Netflix really showing that strength. All right, we got our new candles on the market. Meta moving lower. Nvidia losing that pre-market high. Testing your opening price.
Google's still weak. Meta still weak as they're breaking the next level under. AMD struggling with the 9 EMA. Nvidia still struggling with the 9 EMA. Netflix still looks really strong. Same for Tesla. Yo, what's up, another ninja? Welcome as a loyal supporter of the team. Glad to have you on, man. Be sure to check out the members only content on the YouTube. There should be a new tab that pops up on my YouTube page for you. There's also an update message in there if you want to go check that out. A little announcement. Glad to have you on board, though. Thanks for tuning in, boss. Yep, that's what I meant when I was typing visualizing. Victulating, whatever the heck that means.
That's an autocorrect if I've ever heard one.
Yeah, it's like, what?
Netflix
Types a harder word.
Netflix breaking out to new high day after that previous day high retest again. That one's looking really strong compared to its other counterparts. XLM's trying to get back above pre-market high. That could help out SPY as well. Berkbee's still holding, not really selling off, not going down. Getting a nice pop on Netflix there. Apple still just has decreasing volume under this pre-market low. Same with Microsoft, decreasing volume as it's coming down towards yesterday high.
This higher low is still holding on SPY within range. This is still pretty strong for SPY if they can just hold this area and continue breaking 414.40. Yo, welcome Moon, another loyal supporter. Glad to have you on, boss. Sexy green name. Hot damn. Welcome, welcome. Be sure to check out the content that's already posted. I had 5 videos ready for you. It's like an hour and a half worth of content. And then the announcement as well, so be sure to read on that. Glad to have you. You and another ninja got some nice looking names now. I will be editing those little blue stars, so don't get too attached to those yet. They're just not cool enough. And if anybody is interested in what videos are up, I will show what they are. I mean, you're not going to be able to watch them, of course, but I will show what all is posted. I'll do that in about 25 minutes. Gonna check out the content later. Good stuff.
Really gonna push here. Haven't mentioned it yet today, but if GM gets over 42, that could get going really well. It's got a nice little multi-touch there on the bigger time frame.
Wow, I feel that. No, Jazz. Wednesdays and Sundays are for the members of YouTube. I'm just going to do small SPY videos that cover the bigger and smaller time frame to update them on Sundays and Wednesdays, starting next week. That's for the YouTube members, which if you're in my Discord, you already get a lot of my updates on SPY. I try to update the bigger time frame as much as I see needed. And yeah, David, be sure to check it out. The green color Erica is just a member on YouTube. You can join the channel for $4.99 a month. You get extra videos. I'm going to be posting extra content every week. Try to add some more stuff into it over time, of course. I'm still new to the whole YouTube thing, or YouTube membership side, so I'll, of course, try to add what I can as I see fit. I feel you, though, Wag. I feel you. You should see one of my old notes from like 3 years ago. I have a note on my phone. By the way, the most powerful app on your phone is the Notes app, because you can write down anything you're thinking of, write down anything you want to work on, write down future goals, right? Literally, it's just amazing to get your thoughts out there. So be sure to use your note app. But I had this note, Wag, that's called You Idiot or something like that. It's like Work Harder or something. And then under it, it explains all the different things and all the fuck ups I have in some of my trades. And then I try my best to think of that list whenever I take trades, so I don't feel pain anymore, or as much pain. Because trust me, when you take a trade that's stupid, and regardless of winning or losing, you're going to feel like shit. You take a trade that feels good, that has good structure, a good plan behind it, regardless of winning or losing, you're always going to feel better. So that's why it's not even just about, oh, I want to make money or I want to make a good trade. I want to win a trade. No, it's about making a good trade. You're going to lose trades that are good. You're going to win trades that are good. Good job, Taylor. Yeah, the Notes app is the most powerful app on your phone.
So it's still holding up really strong above 200. Got a minute 20 on this next 10-minute candle. Apple back fighting at that pre-market low.
You're in shorts on this, Anderson, I'm assuming? I think you said 37 is what you want to see a break and hold of for longs. No problem, Kang. I got you. Tech is still the only green sector, and it's only by the hair of their chinny chin chin. Netflix strength inside of the weakness of the XLC sector thanks to Google starting off weak, pulling them and Meta down. Google's still down there, about just above 100. Meta, really good volume though at 186.85. You guys see how it came down, held that level perfectly with the hammer? No crazy volume on it though, but the crazy volume comes in on this candle. That means there's a little bit of strength here at the 187 area. So we'll see if they end up hitting this, getting some weak volume, rejecting, pulling back down, or are they going to build some base here and try to build back up? They still have really any chance to do either side of that just because of SPY holding the range still. SPY has not really moved anywhere as all these different sectors fight and pull each other. Seeing a lot of pull up now on a bunch of different weights. Tesla possibly has the strength to hit 205 pretty soon as long as a lot of these weights end up holding, like Amazon holding 100, Microsoft holding 270 130s, Apple holding the 153 153.50 area. You saw Meta getting some buyers, you saw Tesla, saw Google. Semiconductors are still relatively weak now. AMD broke the 9 EMA, looking good for downside. Nvidia has not broken the 9 EMA yet, but is still weak against the 226.40s.
Apple's trying to retake that pre-market low. Microsoft drifting back up towards pre-market high. Amazon coming towards pre-market low. See if that's going to help out Tesla.
I bet no one thought the day would come when Bing actually had a chance against Google. Google demoed its latest advances in AI research at a live event in Paris on Wednesday, but the features pale in comparison to Microsoft's announcement yesterday of the new Bing. Yeah, that's definitely something I think none of us would have called out. Yo, welcome to the channel, Meta Menace. Glad to have you a part of the group. Be sure to check out the content inside of the membership-only channel, as well as the announcement in there. Glad to have you on board, though. Nice, sexy name you got going. Apple potential bear flag to the downside if they can crack 153s. They've already gotten a decent retest in between. What's up, coach? Bueller, are you okay? You haven't made any trades in my account today. Nope. I've just called out Tesla, called out a couple other ideas, like Nvidia, AMD. Tesla was the main one, though. Looking for a new idea now. I'm kind of ignoring Google's TA just because they do have withstanding news holding them down. So even if their chart looks good, it's not really helping us out. Tech a little bit more green, financials and base are green. So we're seeing a little bit of some recovery now, like I said a few moments ago. Be very careful though. If Apple cracks 153s, this is not going to look good for tech or SPY. Microsoft got a rising volume close above their 9 EMA. They are not quite above their today's open. Oh, yeah, they did. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. Microsoft should be super bullish as long as they hold their today's open. Super bullish as in terms of they might go test their today's high. This doesn't say they're going to go make a new high in it at all yet. We don't have that confirmation. But you do have confirmation for a potential push towards today's high. Same for Amazon. Amazon's getting above their 9 EMA, possibly getting some short-term buyers above 101.25. You see how I'm never just focused on just the 9 EMA? I'm also incorporating a level that's near. I'm never just talking about one or the other. It's always both. Giving my signal a little bit more strength. Never just use indicators. Make sure you are applying those levels with whatever you're looking at.
I'm still looking to break that previous intraday high. Netflix making new highs. Tesla got that new high. GM's trying to break 42.
Good morning, Hector.
SPY's coming up to retest that 414.40 area. Microsoft retaking pre-market high.
Tesla new high of day.
Yep. Apple just still battling pre-market low. Amazon helping out getting over pre-market low.
So anybody asking about fibs earlier, this would be a good, I mean, I know I'm a little late on it now, but this would be a good example here on Tesla. So our open range breakout was essentially above 199, right? Now, before price slowed down, I'm ignoring the new high because I'm not focused on that. If you focus on from the point of the breakout at 199 to the high of that move before they started kind of chopping around, slowing up a little bit, notice where they held between the halfway point and the golden pocket, the only two areas on my fibs. Perfectly held that, and as a combination factor, you can say, oh, well, they also held over 199, they held over the 9 EMA, they never once broke under it. So you have 1, 2, 3 things telling you that Tesla is trying to hold. Could this have kept you... Now, let's say you took most of your profits here. Could that have kept you in a runner, and now you could be trying to trim out of your last part of your position? Yes, 100%. Yo, welcome to the channel, Mark. Glad you got your sexy green name now. Definitely be sure to check out the content as well as the most recent update in the members only section on the YouTube. You should have a new tab on my channel now. Glad to have you though. And yeah, good call out to Netflix, everybody. Netflix been flying. I saw a few people in chat talk about it. I saw Devin talk about it. Good job mentioning that while I've been strolling through the other tickers. Great work. Glad to see the teamwork stepping in. Meta might be doing that bear flag now, like I said, where you get just the retest of the 9 and they go break a new low, so keep an eye on the new low. Amazon having big time struggle with 101.25. They have crossed the 9 EMA though, and they have gotten back to the previous day highs, previous day open. It's about getting past those areas though. Microsoft, good hold over 273.10. We're looking for a good move to today's high. I like that a lot if you keep the stop loss at 271.40, but in general, that's too far of a stop loss because you're not aiming that far away, so you need to just wait for a better confirmation. If you haven't already entered here and kept your stop loss at today's open, I would just wait for this to show a little bit better confirmation, and then you can enter and keep a stop loss at 272.70. Not seeing too much on that yet, though, especially with Apple struggling with their base of support, so I'm kind of watching both at the same time. SPY, though, by itself does look really good because it's already gotten that push, the higher low, the rejection of the lower high, another kind of double bottom of that higher low, and now we're getting a push above today's high. So if we can get a good push and a hold outside of that area, this will give good volume for a lot of charts to the upside. Jay, what did he say? I didn't even get to see what you banned just now. Health sector now green. Great call out. You're good. I was just asking because you just timed out somebody who just got a YouTube membership. Oh, you literally timed out their joining message. Jesus. Well, he'll be back in 200 seconds. Try not to do that again. They're going to be like, what the hell did I do?
I know. But still struggling in the same area.
Creator, were you talking about that retest spot? What I was just covering? Yes, that would be. Remember, anytime I say retest, that is 80%. That's the same word. So, yes. Yo, good job, Joe. He got 43.19% on Apple. Beautiful job, Joe. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, everybody. Yeah, Apple has no strength. It's okay, Jay. I still don't know if he can see yet. We'll see, though. Oh, Jazz, welcome to the channel as a loyal supporter. Glad to have you on here. Definitely be sure to check out that members only tab when you can. Glad to have you on board, though, Jazz. Appreciate you. Like I said, we have a low. NVIDIA is starting to get a little weak. We have a lower high on them, and they're pulling down under the 90 MA. Early indication was when AMD broke their 90 MA and a good level. Jay, can you tag him still? You still can't tag him. He's still timed out. Poor guy's probably so lost. Yep, that was it then. Creator Trades, great job. And good job analyzing that. Seriously, thank you for looking at that, because a lot of people will just continuously ask me how I use my fibs, but they never actually go try them themselves. So I'm very happy to see you applying it on your own chart and seeing what works best for you. Great job, man.
Netflix finally slowing down. Google and Meta still moving lower.
Good call out, Mike. Meta Meanest, if you're still here, please be sure to type. I am very worried now. I can always do TL. 100% breaking levels. Can never forget the extra Teslas now. And yeah, damn, Meta's at 186 now. Slower gains. Oh, because they're leveraged or whatever. Or not leveraged, no, yeah, leveraged, that was the right word. Yo, Kane, good job on your trade. I like that percentage, but I really like your entry. I like that you kind of just took risk against that EMA pulling back down and then took profit at the lower one. So super quick scalp, but it makes sense. Very, very clean. Very good post-creator trades on your Tesla 80% entry. Good job, Fantastic John. He tagged the mustache spot, but that's totally fine. Appreciate you either way. Mel, Burok, of course Burok getting some gains, why wouldn't he?
Netflix back at that yesterday high. By Meta and both Google are coming down lower.
Why can't I type correctly today?
I'm moving lower on the day. Finally get some seller volume coming in. See how much is going to come in.
Okay, yo, he's back. Metaminas, you're back. Alright, I had to give you mod roll for like 5 seconds to make your timer go away. I'm gonna remove that now. Alright, Metaminas, I'm glad you're back. My homie Jay accidentally, not banned you, like timed you out for like 300 seconds. So I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're alive. And apologize for that. Jay is totally sorry as well. He just messaged me twice. But no biggie. This shit happens. Glad to have you back, Metaminas. You didn't miss much. We saw a pullback on NVIDIA. We had a pullback on AMD. We're seeing a slowdown on most of the market. SPY's actually cracking a pretty good level now as I'm bringing it up. Again, apologies for that, Metaminas. CJ is sorry as well. Hidden land. That's pretty funny. SPY losing a very strong level, everybody. Played Meta and Amazon early on and been sitting on my... Man, I like these colored names. It's so much easier to read. They, not even just for memberships. They need to add colors so people can read these things easier. Sheesh. Nice volume on SPY. Rising volume over the previous 2 candles so far. Very strong reaction by sellers under today's open. 411.50s is their goal.
Apple's pulling us down. Amazon about to make a new low a day. Microsoft pulling back. Meta yesterday low breaking.
Devo, Jesus, you're savage. So savage. Mike's happy. I'm guess he's shorting. Again, guys, focus on the levels. Add your indicators. Focus on your patterns later. Focus on the levels for a while. Getting that first entry, taking it to the first target. Focus on that for many, many, many months. Good job. Satchmo is looking for a potential pre-market low retest, which would be needed for a better breakdown lower, but this is a pretty good amount of volume. Second most on the day. You might see us smack 411.50s first if we do not get the retest, but that is ideally what you are looking for. Good job, Satchmo. Also, amazing trade review, man. I was reading over it a few moments ago. Good job on Amazon too, guys. I'm really happy I talked about the potential bear flag and the potential H pattern that could definitely bring Amazon lower. I'm not going to sit here and say I gave y'all a trade idea, but I definitely gave some good leeway on confidence to the downside there. Tesla possibly losing their short-term support as well. Keep an eye on that. That already broke 9 EMA. There's a good chance they pull back to 199. As long as they maintain under that resistance there. Meta through the previous day low. They are down at the floor. Same for Google. AMD very strong pullback after the break and re-break of the 9 EMA and as well as 8670. Nvidia's already pulled back to the level that as long as it holds this, it should be bullish. It's already pulled back to that initial area again. If you see a break of that, Nvidia's pain is not over. Netflix also got a pretty aggressive pullback, bearish engulfing to a rising, or not rising volume, but good break under the 9 EMA, got a good gap showing extra seller momentum. Really good pullback so far. And like I said, with what Satchmo just stated, we're either looking for a retest of the area in which we just fell from, or we're going to keep pulling back down to 411.50s. Both situations are up in the air. Are you in my meta short and lifetime, Mike? Is that why you're saying that? We were up like 15%, went down 58%. We're like almost flat again. From like 5 days ago. Didn't give us the Amazon trade idea, you spoon-fed us. I just don't want to be like, alright guys, get calls, get puts. Like, I see confidence in some charts and some I don't. Yes, fantastic, John. You tagged the right one this time. AMD 86 put. Stop loss was a close over the CP of the ignition candle. I love that you're labeling it that. Target was pre-market high and previous day close. Wow, super, super clean trade. Fantastic, John. That instantly proves to me that you have been reviewing to a further extent. Like, you are visualizing as much as you possibly can, because that right there shows that you're able to see something within range of current price, which is beautiful, because that is beyond impossible to see when you're first starting out, or if you're someone who's only looked at it a few times. So really, really good job, fantastic, John. I'm not just hyping you up. That is a beautiful trade. Speaking of beautiful trades, Jazz just posted. Let's go, Jazz. The whole chat's on fire today. Again, y'all should definitely be posting your trade reviews in the Discord. Jazz posted, fantastic. John, Satch, Zaytoven, Kang, Creator, John again. C-Stem, Mel's all over the place. Wag, Burak. Like, see, Mel is literally all over the place. And Rowdy. Good job, everybody. Very happy to see you guys just excited as me to post your trade reviews. It's really big. Good job, Money. Lisa eyeing it the whole way. It's definitely helpful just to kind of watch. Even if you aren't trading, it's just really good to just kind of keep track of it. And if you guys have noticed, every sector is red now except base. We did only have tech as the green sector. Seeing Apple and Microsoft pull back definitely did not help the market, which we also talked about beforehand. Again, just here to make sure everybody's aware of what's possible ahead. Now what you're looking for, and we're already getting from what Satchmo said, is a retest of the pre-market low or today's open, which if we can't get price back over that area, we are going to pull back lower. So right now you're just seeing a short-term buyer relief move right now on the overall market. What a day so far. What's up, Devin? How's GM doing?
It rejected the 42 level and it's retesting like 50% break that, from the breakout to the high day. It's kind of retesting that 50 to 60% area. Just waiting to see if it's going to push higher, break the rest of the way back down towards pre-market high. If it pops that 42, that's a good level in GM. I'm battling back to that pre-market low.
Yeah, that is a pretty dope song, J-Lamp. I will agree with you on that one. Nice to hear, Tobias. I can't wait to see what you did, man. Very happy for you, though. That's a really good feeling, dude. Just the way you're talking, I'm really happy for you. That's beautiful. Wonder how Pal's gonna react to this action. Hold me. Yo, welcome to the channel, Intuition369. Nice. Glad to have you here as a loyal supporter. Definitely be sure to check out, which I'm going to go over right now for anybody who is not a member of the channel. But if you go to my channel and you end up joining it, you will see this membership tab pop up. You click that and you can watch, well, one, read my breakdown here of what I'm going to start posting more of. I'll also stack more videos in here, but for now we have about an hour and a half of content here, but you can check out all these videos. Anybody who joined today or anybody who joined last night, definitely appreciate you for being here. But these are the 5 videos I have on here for now. And then, of course, I'll be posting, starting next week, I'll be posting SPY updates every Sunday and Wednesday, just to give you guys good breakdowns on what's up, what's down, what's possible for SPY, what we can look out for, any events that might be around the corner that could definitely hurt us or help us. So, definitely glad to have you all here, and I'll definitely incorporate more stuff into the YouTube membership. But for now, I'm just going to leave it for what it is, and then I'll just keep stacking stuff. We also have a new video going up today. Make sure you click notification on, notify me. Today it happens at 2 o'clock, so the start of Power Hour today, the new NVIDIA video will be up. So definitely check that out. And thank you guys so much for the hefty amount of support on my previous 3 videos. I definitely appreciate it. If you'd like to join, you can also click that link I just sent.
Amazon trying to break that low a day. XOM making a new low a day. Google still getting beat up. Making a new low a day.
Yo, Kelly, Lona, thank you both for tuning in. Glad to have y'all, and I'm glad y'all have the sexy names now with the green. Glad to have you both. Thank you guys for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I definitely appreciate it a lot. Definitely be sure to check out some of that content that I was just reviewing with you guys on stream. Take your time, of course. It is an hour and a half, and I'm sure you guys have lives to attend to. As well as the update that I put in there. Glad to have you all in here, though. Thank you guys very much. I was kind of on the fence about the YouTube membership thing for a while, and then I had a bunch of you guys push me into wanting to do it, so I'm really happy to see it's working out. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content I have in there. I worked pretty hard on the videos that are there now, and I'll definitely work hard for the future videos as well. Chat on fire. Put it out, put it out. Apple grinding. If Apple drop comes from here, we can send it. Good call out, Mel. We have broken a really good level on Spy. We're just retesting it right now. We have no confirmation that this wants to recover or drop further. But we have broken a good level to the downside. Exactly, Mark, just like you put it. Jay, I just saw what you sent on Instagram. Good retest with a doji underneath. Very indecisive sandwich candle. We'll have to see what happens here. We have a lower open. No new low yet on that candle. Potentially seeing the break lower if they can get under the new low of day. If they end up pushing back above 413, 13s, it's a lot of 13s, then we will be seeing a good recovery move. Good recovery by Apple, but all they've done is gone up to the level in which they fell from and retesting from underneath. Microsoft looking top heavy, looking like they want to come down a little bit more. You have 2 lower highs in a row. Amazon looking top heavy as well. Tesla already pulling back very aggressively. Not going to help out that Amazon at all. I mean, it'll help it to the downside. AMD still rejecting 9 EMA. Nvidia's in the exact same seat, and Netflix also coming back down. Oh yeah, my bad, Anderson. I meant to go back to that. I checked it like a few times, then I forgot. Yeah, because you got in like during this candle, pulled up, failed to hold a good high with volume, rejected dark cloud cover. They got a rejection of that candle so far. Now they're moving lower. This actually looks really good to maybe go down and test whatever is down here. Maybe not today's open, but I would definitely say in this vicinity. So you might be seeing 3650s pretty soon. Good eye though, Anderson, and good job holding through that, because yeah, that was a weak move, even with the new high. Good job too, Anderson, because you're really setting yourself up for success whenever you do this. Because I see, like, this morning you set 30, let's say 37 was your break above. Let's say that's 37, and you had this as like a break below. Every time I see you trade, it's really good, because I see you always talk about if price comes back up to your area, you try to find a good favorable positioning in your trade where you're like, all right, I can start shorting from here, and you leave a stop loss shortly above it. You end up getting in, and it doesn't even have to go down to here for you to profit. It only has to go down to here, even just in the middle of that range, and you're already in the green. You know, so really good job on finding good plays with good positioning. Again, you don't just want to buy random calls at a random area or buy puts at a random area. You want to buy them at the area in which you have better probability. So really good job, Anderson, on your BAC. Good job, Mel. Round of applause to Mel. Over 100% on the day. Gorov said Poot sold for 53 to 71. Good job, Gorov. Hazy. That kind of got me.
I don't think we'll be taking any more trades of the day, and I got a couple other things I gotta do, so I'm gonna head off. And I think Josh is gonna go over some educational stuff. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Make sure to stay green and do your trade reviews.
See you later, Devin. Have a great rest of your day, man. Just waiting on Spy to behave. Always thanks for the education provided on spoon feeding and helping us to grow. More power to you, Anderson. Yo, the green names are sexy. YouTube knows what they're doing. I always thought it was weird they chose green over like red or something, but it's clean. Alright, there is one education thing I wanted to link y'all. And y'all need to go over this on your own time. But you guys should definitely check this out. If I can get the link. Oh, my eyes. It's bright. I'm blind. Alright, you guys go. So here's a PDF. Most of you should already have this. If you're new, though, I would definitely check this out. And regardless of you being new or not, I don't care if you guys have been trading for a year or more. You should still check this link out. This covers literally everything we go over in our chat, and our YouTube, and our everything. This is the encompass of what we focus on. I would 300% check out this document. It's free to check out. It's a free PDF. Nothing, no strings attached, no promotions on it. But definitely check out that. You can even download it if you go to the top left of that page. You can download it and keep it. But that covers levels, it covers entry. It really gives you, the beginning of it was a checklist that my friend made, username made. And then I kind of added a lot more onto it to make sure it had a lot more information than just the checklist. But I would take that PDF super serious if you really are serious about being a part of this community or being a part of this group or being able to talk like a lot of people in the chat talk, you know, breaking down the abbreviations of different things, talking about what's possible above what's possible below what, you know. And that's another thing. Trading is all conditional. You know, in this morning, you know, you heard me say we're looking above 414.40 for a possible test of 415.20s. You know, that's a conditional format. You're saying above this, we look for that. Same thing goes for to the downside. You know, we're looking under today's open or today's pre-market low. You're aiming for blah, blah, blah. You know, it's always about setting something up beforehand. Therefore, when you jump into the trade, let's say emotions, you know, overcome you or something happens or you just start getting a little fearful or just whatever, you know, whatever emotion pours into you, you're not going to be able to ruin your trade because you should stick to what you said beforehand, right? It's all about creating the plan beforehand and then sticking to it during the trade, right? How many of you find yourself running away from your trade plan or not having a trade plan at all and just kind of going with the flow of whatever's on your screen at the moment? Because if you're doing either of those, wrong. You're doing bad. That's not what you should be doing. You need to be planning out what's possible in front of you and then sticking to it. Just like D-Touch just said, minimize your losses. See you later, D-Touch. Have a great rest of your day, man. You sometimes, I mean, we've all been there, you know. None of us can sit here and say, oh, I'm perfect. I've never made a mistake. We have all done that time and time again. And then another thing I wanted to say is too many times I see people say, you know, I just keep making the same mistake over and over, blah, blah, blah. A really, really good way, and you guys have heard this from me a billion times, a really, really good way of overcoming fear, overcoming emotions, really just kind of displacing yourself from the trade a lot more is visualizing more. You shouldn't run away from, you know, the process. You know, okay, if we talk about one thing today and then you instantly ignore me and do something the opposite of what I'm saying now, then you're running away from your problems. You're not really helping yourself out. Running away is my problem. I'm still working on the confidence today. Definitely helped me today. You've maximized your losses today. Dear Lord. I'm telling you, I'm about to tattoo only quality trades idiot on my forehead. That's okay, though, Ninja, because right now, what do we need to be focused on? Taking our initial trade and getting out at our initial target. So it's okay if you're selling a little bit earlier what you think is early. That's totally fine, because that means at least you're getting a decent entry. So that's good. Now you can start to focus on those further targets using that staircase method. All right, you made it to your first target? Awesome. Now you can grab more contracts, sell all of them, sell most of them at the first target, and then try to take just one. So a really good way of practicing the staircase method is starting with one contract, going from entry, selling at the first target, and then as you start to grow your account or you start to want to develop, getting into more contracts and developing that skill, you need to grab 2 or 3 contracts. Don't go any higher than that yet. And then you could focus on selling 1 or 2 of those, whatever you decide. So if you get 3, you sell 2 of them. If you get 2 of them, sell 1 of them. And sell them at the first target. Wow, I really just thought I lagged offline. That was Discord. That was very scary. But trust me, guys, what I was trying to get at is focus on just taking 1 contract plays for a while. After you do that, you'll grow more confidence. Took Masako Tesla puts. I think he meant scalp. Took scalp Tesla puts. I'm not sure, though. Mel's excited. Give him some room. Give him some room. Did okay today. 5 out of 5. Wow, you're wild. 5 trades today. And for no reason, too, right, Kang? At first, it was like, oh, well, if I have more contracts, I'll make more money. But at the same time, you'll also lose more money. So that's why I was covering that, too. And that's why I like the BB system, or the staircase method so much. Because it pushes you to focus on just... It took a few days, or a few attempts, or a few months for you to just focus on taking 1 entry, one contract, right? Because you should just, right now, you should be, what I'm trying to get at is you should be focused on the fundamentals, the meat, the structure of what gets you into a trade, right? Right now, we're not focused on making money. He has one, Minnie. I have it pinned to my channels. As I've promoted, I should probably do this more. I need to write this down in front of me so I start to do it more. But you guys should check out every channel that's here. Username especially, Leland. These top 4 especially, because these are 4 people that are within my community. I'm not going to say members. These guys are leaders in my community. I would check out each of their channels. They break down exactly what I'm talking about in different formats, but it's essentially the same exact thing. I would check out Username, Leland, Sherman, and Daffy. All 4 of these top channels all cover exactly what I'm going over right now across multiple videos. You go to Username channel, he has a lot of videos now. I would definitely check out his channel. He's popping off. So definitely check out his content. He's got some really good videos on trade reviews, how to trade with Active Trader, all kinds of stuff. But I would definitely check his out. Go over to Leland. Leland has amazing videos too. All different times too. Like some of them are not short, but really good timed. And then you have one really long one right here. But I would definitely check out all of these. These are how you play the lead test. He has a lot of them where he takes out. This is probably the most passive way to trade. And it's also some of the biggest percentages I've ever seen. So I would definitely check out Leland's channel. Sherman has like 2 workshop videos on his channel, which is crazy hard to do, but amazing content on his channel. I would definitely check these out. He literally breaks down a huge list on each of his videos where he covers varieties of topics, but they're all kind of in relation to each other. And then, of course, my boy Daffy. Daffy has a few videos. He got 4 now, so I would definitely check out his trade reviews. Very quick, easy to get through, and he breaks down everything very quickly. So I would definitely check out those 4 channels. Each of these 4 channels are, again, members of my community, leaders of my community, who I definitely appreciate to the fullest extent. But they have some really high-quality content, just like my channel does. It feels like I'm watching some of my videos when I watch their videos. So I would definitely check those out. That could have been a pretty good, strong bullish hammer, but they ended up reversing. What's up, KC Ron? And yeah, Tesla's still holding pretty well. I mean, they might have broke the short-term retest, but they've already held that more mid-term retest. Damn, Mel. You're wildin'. Looks like they want to go down to 111.50s though. Still haven't really seen anything by buyers to really keep them up. This was a pretty good candle. This was a pretty good candle because you had good wicks up and pretty large volume, but we're still seeing sellers just slowly fade this down. They definitely lost that strength as soon as they broke 413s really. BB, you were right. It did take a few days for Meta to come test that gap. And yeah, sometimes you have it's a pretty normal variation when you see big rallies like that. It's not easy to say, oh, just because we're up here like on this candle. I promise you a lot of, like I started shorting here and we're still in on our swing in lifetime. But in here, you know, just because it's up this much doesn't necessarily mean they have to keep going down. Like they have to go down just because they're up a lot. That kind of thinking can be killed very quickly. So one big thing to think of is like, all right, well, they're probably going to sit up here for a second. And that's a very normal variation for price. Now, as long as it doesn't make that new high, you should be seeing it slow down. So that's one big thing to look out for. Key for that, boo-boo. Or boo, whoever said that. Boo-boo is boo-boo. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. Two is, just because they break the gap, and they haven't done that yet, but just in case they break 182.70s, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to sell off all the way to here, right? There's the big halfway point. You got your 9 EMA. We got tons of other levels, which I think I'm going off this chart for this. So they could pull back down to like 172, 175-ish area. And then you might see another bounce and they go retest from underneath, just like we saw SPY on the smaller time frames. There's a couple different variations to pay attention to on the meta chart on the bigger time frames right now. But they are definitely overbought. They have some consolidation here, but again, that doesn't mean they have to come all the way down to whatever this is, 153. They don't have to go down to 153. Huge misconception a lot of people think is like, oh, it broke the gap, it has to go fill it now. Like, no, you could definitely get a halfway retest. They go back up, retest. They could even recover from that retest and continue higher. You know, it could be years before you see that tested. So that's just one big thing to keep in your head too, is that gaps don't have to fill instantly. And when you see an overbought move like that, you probably shouldn't just start shorting it instantly. Unless you're getting a really good dated contract, of course, which that can help out. Gotta start that next one. Life keeps putting me somewhere else. It's totally fine, Sherman. I mean, to be honest, you already put up 2 super high quality videos. So it's definitely okay if you take your time on another one. You could try maybe, Sherman, you could try maybe what Leland and Username and Daffy have been doing. You could do just a quick trade review on some of your trades from today if you wanted. Just kind of record over it, give your thought process. You could do that if you wanted. It's really good for yourself. And if you don't want to post it, you don't have to. But it's good for yourself, too. It's really, really good to kind of go back and record yourself just kind of covering whatever you did. Why'd you like it? Why'd you enter? Why'd you exit? What did you not like? What was your thought process? Was there any other things around your trades that could have definitely added into the information of them?
you know, you get an insight and you know something, you know, but you don't want to say it out loud because you're kind of afraid that it's not going to be really true and it'll spoil the whole thing for you, you know. But when somebody makes you say it, then
I like your message. You said taking more. I think I'm done here before I start over trading. Good job on that.
it just makes it more beautiful.
Finishing your day out before lunchtime. It's definitely a beautiful feeling.
Who are you?
Where's that spoon bee spot? They're just slowly grinding down to 411.50s. I'll be very curious to see if they build base here, if they want to crack through that. But we definitely have a lot of consolidation here. This is really just pressure building up. Now what you want to do is check your weights. Is Apple helping out? It's not. Is Microsoft helping out? It's not. Is Amazon helping out? It's not. Tesla is one of the few still holding a really good bullish level. Meta's through the floor. Google's through the floor. AMD's at a very, very strong area between about 85, 85.30. Watch that for a potential bounce, or you can look for a good break under. NVIDIA's in the same exact area, different level at the 221.70s. And Netflix is just kind of all over the place. I don't really have any ideas on that one. How does the Netflix daily look? They have to look pretty wild now, right?
Well, how many times have you taken it, you know, and kind of...
Oh, that's a bearish candle right there.
I don't want to hear about
They're looking for a break of the 9 EMA. They didn't get it here. They got a lower open, but they retook it. Now that the EMA is a lot closer, you can look for a close under the 9 EMA and possibly 351.60s for this to pull back down.
take it once and never have to take it again.
The magical barrier. Just remember, 406 to 412. That's the most important range on SPY right now. The fact that we broke 412 today can be very bad for SPY on the bigger time frames. Yo, welcome Divert to the channel. Very glad to have you as a loyal supporter. Sorry I didn't name the name a little cooler, but very glad to have you. And I think you're actually our 20th member on the channel. Great job, Divert. Glad to have you on board. Be sure to check out the members only section for you on the YouTube channel. And check out the announcement I put there.
All you need with the right person, or the right people in the right place.
Totally fine, Mel. I know you were just joking with me.
See, I can't. It doesn't hurt me.
Can't drown a fish, am I right? Oh, it's just on the bigger time frame, J-Lamp. It's not like right here. I'll show you. Oh, I'm already on the chart. Right here. So this is kind of where... Here, let me zoom out so you can see where I'm getting it from. It's kind of where we rejected once with that bull trap that we had a while back. Rejected the area again, rejected the area again. And then this time we actually pushed over it. Held on top of the bottom part of that range, pushed out of it. Now we're just kind of testing it with the bearish Harami, which, again, it does not necessarily mean bearish. It just means that we're an inside bar. You're essentially looking for the outside of this candle to break, which in reality, you're really looking for this level to break to the upside. Or you're looking for them to break this candle, or essentially 406. So we're pretty much watching for this range to break. Stop going there. Pretty much looking for this range to break. But 406 to 412 was kind of the initiating range that we had for price to decide if it's bullish or bearish. Right now, we've gotten a push on both sides, so we're really just waiting to see what's what. But still, really good show of strength by sellers today, getting that lower open and moving lower. But now they're just testing a super, super strong area at 411.70s. I just say 412 to round it up. But that's essentially what's going to tell us if we're bullish or bearish or not. Because if we can't hold this range, we're coming back down to 400s. If we can hold this range, we could push through 420s with any kind of strength. We could see 430s this time next week if we just hold and push higher. Which it's kind of like a no shit kind of thing. But in all honesty, it's not though. You know, I say that, but still a lot of people in here are going to be second guessing themselves when they see 406 or 412. You can see how that looks on the smaller time frame, and we're testing a super strong. I might as well share this in chat so people see it. This is super clean. Which this is the chart I share every day or every week in my chat. .406. I don't know if it'll go to .406 today, but if you crack 411s here, though, the 411.70s, 411.50s, this is not going to be good for SPY. You are going to see SPY take a pretty aggressive pullback over the course of whether it's today or across the rest of this week. It doesn't matter. If we end up cracking 411s, it is not good for SPY. You could say 406 and 405 and maybe even 400 are very possible if that happens. So we're at a very crucial spot right now for SPY. You only need 410. Well, that's definitely very possible today. 406, not as much. 410, though, very possible for today. Again, clarifying that. I don't want people to think I'm talking about like the next 5 minutes or a week from now. I was a lost little puppy until I found the BB levels. Another amazing day for this. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Money Lisa. Glad to have you on board. Look at yesterday, considered a gap fill. Pfizer new high of day. Good call out Jacko. 30% on SPY puts at the break of open and increasing volume. Target was around 412. Thanks for all your education. Great job, Noah. That was an ideal trade, bro. Seriously, great job. It just goes to show you don't need a huge move for 30%. Beautiful, beautiful job, Noah. Very happy to hear that. All power to you, man. All credit to you. Appreciate the live stream as always. Either have a good one, buddy. See you later, Kang. SPY tweezer bottom on the 5 and 15 minute. Not quite a tweezer, but it's essentially the same thing. I see what you're saying. SPY might be breaking 411.50s here. Looking at yesterday's action is why I chose 410. I can be wrong too, but high probability. I am bored. Hey, nice job, Rambo. Google's still a strong company, even with that AI, whatever. You know, Google still gets that bag, if that makes sense. Do I have a TOS script for these tickers? It is shared somewhere, thanks. Like for the levels and everything? They're not, but I can share them. So here's my AMD levels. I'll share the link with you. That's AMD. I'm just making sure I'm on the right chart. I am. Here's NVIDIA. There you go. There you go, Lassie. Alright, 411.50's breaking on SPY. Potentially getting very nasty here. I don't know about you guys, but this song scares me. I think I'm going to choose a new Spotify playlist pretty soon. Gonna have to get some chocolate. Really badass session here, y'all. Enjoyed it. Gotta cook a steak. Hugs and high fives. Have fun, another ninja. Medium rare or nothing. New low of day. Good call out, Sinful. Cut my winner super short on SPY. I'm just going to get off for today. Good luck to everyone. Good luck, Satchmo. Be sure to review later on, but definitely get that good mental break in. Gonna eat some fish today. That sounds pretty good, actually. Some medium rare steak or some fish. $1 away from 410, Mel. Under $1 away from 410. I repeat, we are under $1 away from 410. Let's see, what does 410 line up with previous day price action wise? He said 410. I just want to see what it lines up with. Honestly, Mel, if you want to be super passive, 410.25 might be the level you want to aim for. I know it's only 25 cents, but I say that because this is where price kind of pushed up, held on top of, pushed over, pushed under, pushed over. I mean, it's a very, very strong level here at 410.25. Even this resistance here at 410.7. I mean, we're hitting that now. You know, so you wouldn't be you'd be a little greedy if you kept trying to hold blindly. But if you do have a target there, ignore me. I'm just saying this for other viewers who might think like, oh, this dude's holding too long. Because it's definitely not bad to TP here. I mean, you're literally hitting very, very strong levels from yesterday. And this was, remember, this level is important here because this was before Pal started speaking. So that's why, what is this? 410.70s are actually pretty impressive. This really does make me think about what tomorrow's possibilities are, because if this is how we're acting today, and we're already back in range again, that would almost make like the last couple days mean nothing, because all the days we've been outside of 406, 412 range, we're supposed to try and hold this range that we're currently back inside right now. So that actually kind of makes me wonder, are we going to open higher tomorrow? Are we going to open lower? And I know it's only 10:30, but still. SPY isn't even out. What is it at? ATR. What's the ATR at, Boo Boo? Let me know. Great death. Now the day is Z's until charts start to stabilize. Congrats all who were in puts. And yeah, for real, that it really is an amazing day. Do I have any levels on Apple? Hell no, man. Yeah, of course I do. I've just been focused on SPY. Pretty good rejection there of the pre-market low. They came back up there. They broke it, came back up to it, rejected it, and now they pushed a new low of day under 152s. They're going to be battling kind of this area here at 151.60 where they held here and as well as here. It's kind of the next area to look out for on Apple. $260% on the day. Thank the Lord. Oh my God, Mel. Excuse me. Amazing job, Mel. Seriously, round of applause to you, man. God, I have the hiccups now. Mel's big gains got me hiccuping. ATR of the minutes by chart at 61 right now. Okay, so there's plenty of energy in the chart then. About 2/3 of the chart has already been used. It's good to know. It's when you become a showmaker like me. Dude, seriously, good job, Mel. I'm beyond happy for you, dude. Like I know I always say it, but I really do mean it. I really am happy for you, man. You came in here. I mean, and you're still so eager for more. You know, you're not like one of those guys who come in here and say, I know what I'm talking about. If you ain't listening to me, you're stupid. I mean, there's just so many people like that are so toxic. And you never talk like that. So I really do appreciate you for keeping your head held up high and not looking down on others or anything. I really do appreciate that. You have no idea how many times I've seen someone get really good at trading, get cocky, get overconfident, and then they blow it all and they look like a dick. They're just a dick to everybody in sight. So I appreciate you not being like that. I appreciate you just kind of taking your gains, moving on. And we're all very happy for you. I don't think there's a single person here who despises you. Everybody does like seeing you win. It's okay, Peter. You were in the general vicinity. 64. Still about 2/3. Stay humble, keep killing it. Exactly. Tobias is another one of those guys. I mean, who knows how big of a bag Tobias is throwing around, but he doesn't act like that, you know? He just wants to be here, wants to be present, wants to be here with the group, wants to just engage, interact, be helpful. open to suggestions, open to whatever, you know. We're not looking for super ignorant, super overconfident, cocky assholes. We're looking for people who want to grow, who want to win. We're not looking to get rich. We're looking to win. We're looking to make trades that make sense to us. And that's honestly one of my favorite parts about this community. We have just so many people like that. Tobias, Mel, Username. I mean, I could go on for days on how many people in here who are amazing traders in my eyes that don't act cocky or overconfident or look down on others within the community. I really do appreciate that. If anything, all these guys who get really big bags or really good trades, they go into chat and they positively influence other people. They don't go in there and make it seem like, oh, if you ain't doing what I'm doing, you're stupid. You know, it's nothing like that. Tobias. But you know what I'm saying, though, that your demeanor doesn't show that. Like, you don't come in here and you go, you know, say some stupidly ignorant stuff. You know, you come in here and you just say what's on your mind. You just kind of focus on whatever's there. I don't want to see people act like that in here. Because I don't want to sell the idea that the dream of being rich is easily attainable. Because it's not. None of this is easy. It takes time, it takes discipline, it takes patience. 410.50 is hitting still. They're having a problem with that level. The volume point of control for SPY is 408.92. Getting rich is an overnight exactly 20 years in the making. The famous saying. Oh, nice. Tobias coming out tomorrow at Open. I'm definitely excited. Single best thing about this profession, all of us can win together. One team, one dream. Exactly, dude. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's what I want. A community of just leaders. I don't care about... I don't care if I have people under me that have 100K accounts. I do not care about that. I want to see people who are positively influencing, positively reinforcing one another. That's what I want to see. And so far, that's all I've seen. I mean, I was just covering a couple different levels, Mel. I didn't cover 410 exactly. I was just covering a couple levels from the previous day that do make sense that are in the 410s. I'd say 410.70 to 410.25 because you got kind of this area. What I'm focused on, what I'm staring at, wish you could see what my eyes are looking at, is this like push that we had the other day and it kind of stopped like right here. Kind of stopped like right here and then held about here. Whoops, stop doing that. I guess I could mark that actually. Kind of between here that I was saying 410.70s, 410.20, which really it's about 410, so that makes sense to me why you would say 410. Really, really good break, though. That was a very easy to see break. Good retest. Actually gave you guys that instant retest instead of just leaving the train station, giving yourselves a short-term retest. It gave you everything you needed within 20, 25 minutes afterwards. Very, very clean. A rising tide raises all ships. Preach, Caleb, preach. See ya, Tobias. Thanks for tuning in, man. That's the exact spot. Good job then, Mel. And yeah, that's what I was explaining, though. It says recession confirmed, and it's like a trailer park house, but a Bugatti's parked under the like roof or whatever. The retest cane. The retest. Well, look, it broke 413.13 and 412.94, right? Then it sold off, and it pushed back up, and it retested here, rejected here, sandwich candle, failed to push lower, but it did show a good hammer, and then slowly got another doji, another slow pull down, another slow pull down, another slow pull down. So the retest was up here during that failed retake of today's open and today's pre-market low. Whenever this candle couldn't pass both and this candle pulled back down, that was a signal that price had a failed retake of a good bullish level. If they could get back over that, they definitely could have had a relief bounce up to 414.40s, but they failed. So that's where your retest was. 9 EMA is just a good extra confirmation. Seeing that price was under the 9 EMA was a good sign. Get another retest here. And we have yet to get another one yet. A little bit of a relief buyer candle popping up. We'll see if it can go touch the 9 EMA or touch 411.50s from underneath. Appreciate that, Jack. It's also the consolidation. It can hold the support finding buyers here, the 410, 100%. Could definitely see some consolidating and some base building. 10:46 to 10:48 Eastern Standard Time, so that'd be 9:46, 9:48 my time. So you're saying between here, there was a good, he liked that retest, a very clean retest to the downside. Good eye, Chance. It is pretty crazy, Mel. Like just looking for a decent demand spot or a decent supply, and then you see like a good pump into a resistance. That's a very good chance for shorts to take over with very high probability trades, and vice versa. And that's actually what I was giving credit to Anderson earlier for, because he was calling out BAC. He started shorting it at a very good spot. And no, it's not through the floor, but it just hit 36.50, which is essentially where I was telling him I would look to take profits, was kind of around this candle here, where they initially pushed up. But it was really good because he started shorting it at the top of the chart, not down here as it's breaking, where he has lower probability of catching a quicker target. So he'll get a smaller percentage taking this trade, but he'll get a way better percentage catching that trade. That's exactly what I was giving credit to Anderson earlier on. I'm sure he's doing really good in that trade if he's still in, too. Got the new low of day on SPY for a second there. I'm gonna go through the weights now. I really am interested to see what is everything doing. Apple pulling lower. Wow. Not helping out tech. Microsoft does look good for retest for more downside. Amazon towards their previous day lows. They only have so much more they can do before breaking that. Tesla still struggling to break that 198.20. I mean, again, guys, it's not just one of these levels. It's like all three of these levels. As long as they hold it, they could still see good pops. They have yet to take that out. So Tesla still has a good chance. Meta, okay. Lowering volume. If this candle had rising volume, I'd be very excited right now. But still, good potential reversal here for Meta. You might see them go smack this level here, where they retested before. 185.40, and if they can pass that, you might see them go hit 187s. Weak retake of the 9 EMA, though. Google's still just down there on the floor. AMD had a pretty good reversal, still have yet to take out 85 in the same sense that we saw Tesla kind of failing to break that 197.40 to 199 area. You can see Nvidia got a good pop above the previous day close. Again, that's previous day high, bigger time frame level, previous day close. I just highlighted all of them. And you can see they're still holding on to that with a really good potential rounding bottom. I actually like the volume on this a lot more. Nvidia might be a pretty good reversal play. The only thing that kind of makes this not as hot is that the overall market doesn't look like it's reversing or slowing down yet. So very, very careful. But Nvidia by itself looks really good, especially if you can get over today's open. 223.80 is what we can look past. So 223.80, 221.70. Who remembers the name of the jazz song? I can't remember it. Marlon, I'll show you. Be sure to be ready. I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm going to edit properties. There you go, pal. Those are my Fibonacci settings. I'll be streaming for a little bit, Peter. I'm pretty energetic today. Today had some good movement. There's a few things we can go over, so I'm just kind of chilling. I pretty much stream till I'm like just not in the mood, to be honest with you. Some days it's pretty short. Most of the time, though, I pretty much go past a lot of what I'm doing. A lot of the time I stream for multiple hours. Today my stream started late today too because my internet was like out when I woke up. I went to go reset it and didn't do it at first, and then like literally right at 8 o'clock it started working. I was like, okay. I'll take it. Subscribe to YouTube membership is a must. Your videos have taught me more than anyone. Appreciate that, Marlon. I really do. Tesla bulls are back. Good, because they never really went anywhere. We had very slow cascade down to supports, but they never broke anything significant. You love the lives? I appreciate that, man. I definitely enjoy them too. I've had a lot more fun doing these publicly. I think I am going to move the Power Hour streams to Discord. I need to go see what the vote was. They did a vote on Discord the other day. Yeah, they blew them out the water. I said, should I move my Power Hour streams to Discord? 79% of people said yes. Only 21% said no, keep on YouTube. So I'll probably move those over to Discord, but I'm not having them every day. But we'll continue to do the live streams every single day on YouTube. Free, publicly, all that stuff. What was the extreme low level for Apple? I did go over it, but I don't mind going over it again. There was a short-term level here. at about 150, 160s, 150, 150s, which that's a good psychological area too. But this is kind of where price ended up catching support after that Powell speech, and then they just kept rallying. But it's a good short-term level to keep an eye on. Death level, though, is about 150, 70s, 150, 50s. Really, just the low 150s is, in general, a good area of support for Apple. It's a good psychological number, too. I am liking a lot of these reversals, though. SPY doesn't look too hot, but if Apple can get over 152s, that can look better. Microsoft not looking too hot. Amazon touching 9 EMA, which is good to see buyers stepping in. Tesla was already super bullish, so it's good to see them just still holding. They never really gave that up. Meta's a decent one. I just don't like the volume that overtook the 9 EMA, but you might see them try to fight back up to yesterday's open, which I don't have marked. I'm sorry about that. Yesterday's open, yesterday's low. See, they're still under the yesterday's open, so look out for a pop of that. Google, you want to see a build of base and then a pop over the 9 EMA. AMD is just like Tesla. It hasn't given up the bullish level yet. So if you see 85 still holding, they push over, you're going to probably see a good bounce. NVIDIA already got one good bounce. They're just waiting to get past today's open at 223.70s. And again, if all of these start to happen, guys, that will in turn help out SPY. If not, though, we get a continued rejection. They're not going to help out SPY at all. So take that into account, too, guys, when I'm going over these. If, let's say, I give a good break above and break below level for each one, and all of them hit their break above, well, what do you think SPY is most likely going to do? It's most likely going to move higher. I mean, for that to not happen, you would need healthcare and energy to, like, sell through the floor for all of those to not work. Ah, really good in-depth review chance on the yesterday's price action. Really, really good job on that. I'm not going to lie, I sat there for about an hour last night just kind of staring at SPY's yesterday's price action. I was like, wow, yesterday was crazy. Super beautiful price action. Even if it was because of news or just volatility, it doesn't matter. The price action itself was still super clean. But really good in-depth review there, though, Chance. Should we do a full day stream once I hit 5K subs or something? I was wanting to do something special, but I really couldn't think of anything besides like giveaways, but I kind of got old of that. Would you guys want to do like a full day stream if we hit 5K subs on the YouTube? We're only like 50 subs away or something. Actually, I don't even know anymore. Let me go look. Yeah, we're 58 subscribers away from 5K. A 25-hour stream? Jesus Christ. If we did a 25-hour stream, I would not just be looking at charts. I'd pull up like a movie or something. I'd have to waste some time somehow. 25 hours, that'd be wild. But maybe, let's aim for that though. If we get 58 more subscribers on the channel, we hit 5K, I'll do a full day stream, a full market stream. I should reiterate that, a full market stream, like from open to close. A 24-hour marathon stream? Oh, God. That'd be wild. I don't know what I would do. I'd have to do, like, stock charts. We'd have to go over a bunch of things. I don't even know what else we would do to fill that void. That is a lot of hours. I'm creating 1,000 accounts right now. I only need 58 more, not 1,000. Feel free, though. Feel free. Someone has been botting my channel, though. I have literally not been doing anything sketchy like that, but somebody literally botted my views on 2 of my videos, and then it cut the views in half on those videos. Like the SPY video that I did last week or 10 days ago, that video literally hit like 3K views, and now it's back to like 2K. So somebody literally bot viewed some of my videos. Can I lease to you for 8 hours? I'm really excited about the YouTube membership thing, like signing up for the channel or joining it for $5 a month. I'm really excited to see how many people join, but two, what kind of content I end up putting out, because I already know I'm going to be covering SPY every Sunday and Wednesday for them, but it'd be cool to think of like some extra videos or something. And you guys don't have to join it, I was just kind of thinking out loud. But I made sure it was like super cheap, therefore it wasn't like anything crazy. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to be a money whore, but I don't want to do it for free either. $5, that's kind of cheap. And I'm definitely going to be putting out a lot of really cool content. I have a huge list of different videos, since I'm doing videos for like the public and the non-public. You're hungry for Power Hour? I think a lot of us are, to be honest. I'm really ready to see where does SPY close today. I'm not even really worried about today. I really want to see how we open tomorrow. If we open lower, that could really be a big sign that price is really trying to go down and test the lower 400s. If we end up getting a higher open and we can eliminate what happened today, we could really see a good retest of the 420s again, 417, 420. And then that can set us up for a really good rally towards the 430s if we can hold up there. So there's a little bit more information needed to see where we're really going. But all I've seen so far is a good retest. Again, when in doubt, zoom out, guys. Like, don't just stare at this chart all day. I mean, I know I am to give you guys short-term confirmations, but it's really important to get really good at reading the bigger time frame. Does everyone here understand how to read a candlestick? First off, because I have seen a few people say, "Oh, well, this is a bearish kicker, or this is a bullish kicker." And I'm like, no, that's wrong. You're looking at it wrong. I just want to make sure everybody understands how to read a candlestick. Not giving you that $5. You don't have to, Mel. Mel, you actually don't have to. If you pay attention in lifetime chat, I actually added a section. I have to re-download and re-upload, but for every video that I make live on the YouTube memberships, I already have right here in the lifetime section for extra videos. God, this Leland dude's on fire. Like right here, how he's able to read the bigger time frame, move it down to the smaller time frame, and give himself a really solid trading opportunity. God, what a solid trade by Leland. That is beautiful. Breaking a high and instantly rejecting. Failed breakouts are rocket fuel in the opposite direction. Nice. Because, yeah, I couldn't even get past that high or that high, which it did, and then it failed. Like he said, the rubber band effect makes it like rocket fuel to the downside. And he's not saying it's going to definitely make a new low. He's just saying it most likely wants to move to the lower part of this range that it has built. Really good trade by Leland in the Lifetime group today. Getting some buyers on SPY, rising volume above the 9 EMA. See if they can retake 411.50s. Apple also getting a buyer candle. Microsoft had a buyer candle on the previous candle. Now they're getting the excrement of that. Same for Amazon. Tesla, as you guys already know, we covered that one. Meta, still weak. I would like to see them above 185.60s. If you want to go long on that. AMD possibly having a double bottom here on its intraday low. Might be seeing a good pop over 85.50s. And Nvidia, you're still watching over 223.70s. I'll take your heart. And it happens to me more and more where I say goodbye on stream, get in transit, and then be like, I am not talking to my Uber. Get me back in the stream. You're just sitting there looking up from like the back of the Uber vehicle, and you just look up at the driver like, he looks boring. Just joins the stream again. Tobias, that's really funny. Yo, see you later, Rambo. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your engagement. Appreciate the interactions. And as always, have a great rest of your day, boss. Jesus, Mel, your screenshots are wild. Not quite an 80%. Are you talking about to the downside, Sinful? It's not quite an 80% here because all we've done is retake the 9 EMA and we're just rejecting good levels. So this is kind of a gray area for trades right now. Very, very tight gray area. You could essentially say yes, it's a retest, but the fact that we took over the 9 EMA with rising volume is a good sign that that buyers are at least somewhat present compared to previously where they couldn't even get past it. So that's my only issue there. Telling you guys, keep your eyes on Nvidia above 223.70s. AMD got a really, really good buy the dip candle just now. Rising volume of the 9 EMA, and it's got a base. That could potentially be a really good buy up move on AMD. You're going to Popeyes? Oh boy, Sinful. Sinful's about to make a compilation of food. Yo, good job, Scene Take. Good for you, man. Large rejection so far. They might be invalidating that potential move right there. They didn't break the level, so that is one thing bears could say. But like I said, bit of a gray area here because you're above the 9 EMA, but you're not above the level. So just right here is just a little bit confusing. So what you want to look for now is either a new low of day, which you can mark both the meat and the wick if you want, a new low of day, or you're going to look for a better retest of this to fail again. And if they can't fail, then you will see a validated move over 411.50s. Which one, Brandon? I didn't leave one up, so I don't have it there, but just curious what you're looking at. Ah, Peter, that's the worst. Not a bad day though. We saw a clean retest of a potential break above level this morning. Failed. Ended up getting a good break of today's open in the pre-market low. Got a good retest from underneath. They've been riding the 9 the whole way, and now we're seeing a little bit of a battle at these lows around the 410 area. 410, 410.50. Wait, did I read that right? Your wife and your daughter, or your wife and your daughter? My wife and my daughter are meeting up in Egypt tomorrow. I'm going to assume he meant daughter. It's like, yo, I gotta pay mad rent, bro. My wife's boyfriend's here. That whole meme. Are they one and the same? My doubters be lurking as well. I hate when my wife's boyfriend asks for an allowance. Oh boy, what did I start? Doubter's gonna doubt. Let him doubt. Facts, Tobias. That was a really good subreddit until GameStop, AMC, everything. It was goated till all that drama hit. I rarely check that for memes anymore, too. I used to always check it just for memes, just to kind of get a quick laugh in, but I don't even do that as much anymore. The Popeyes is secured. Y'all should see some of the messages this man Sinful sends me. He really is a jack of all trades. Are they sinful? Oh, there's something, all right. The margin call into 200,000 profits was the best post I've ever seen. A jack of all trades, and as a trader, I'm a jack off. God. Might be seeing a buyer move to the upside if we can take 411.50s. I think I am going to end stream here, though. Keep your eyes on 411.50s and for a new low of day. On the bigger time frame, what we're really watching is to see, can price hold this range, or are we going to slowly close slightly under it, which will bring us a small gray area above the 9 EMA, but under 411.70s, which can bring either a good pullback down to 406, 405, maybe even 400, or we'll see a good pop to the upside, and we'll probably end up testing today's open tomorrow, and as well as the, well, it'll be tomorrow, but this will be the 2-day ago high. So that'll be kind of what I'm focused on going into tomorrow. But I do hope you guys are enjoying the streams. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the content. Thank you guys for being here, interacting, engaging, adding in your own advice, you know, accepting advice. I really like the teamwork we have here, the push and pull we got going. It's not just follow Bueller for this and that. It really is teamwork and everybody working together on everything. But feel free to tune into the Discord. There's tons of amazing guys in there, amazing traders, guys and gals all trading alike, posting ideas, posting different, you know, questions, answering different questions, just posting trade reviews. So definitely take time to join the server. You don't even have to pay for a membership. You can literally join for free and just read. You can read and engage. You don't even have to actually pay for anything. So I will see you guys later on. Thank you guys for being here. Again, I am nothing without y'all. I am beyond happy to wake up every single day and be in here with you all. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you guys for supporting me on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Discord. It really is the world to me. So thank you again. I can't ever say thank you enough to you guys. But I'll see you guys later on.